Hello, welcome back to the 80s version of the Twilight Zone with the elevator to see the Invisible Man and Tooth and Consequence. And we're starting off with the elevator, which is a short story. It's by Ray Bradbury, who only made 3. We'd seen one, Dancing the Body Electric, and then this one, and then there's one more later on. And there isn't that much to say about this. I mean, we know that Stephen Jeffries, of course, he was in Fright Night, and he plays one of the people in search of their father in this weird laboratory thing. And there's not a lot to say about this. I don't particularly like the sort of spider at the end. You don't get to see it well enough. It isn't established. We don't get to know too much about it. We just understand that things come in, grow, become bigger, and then there's a food chain, and they're, the elevator of the food chain thing. Nah, there's not much there, unfortunately. There's more to see the Invisible Man, because we're starting off with a very particular type of exile in this alternate reality. And being alone sucks. I mean, there's a reason why people don't want to be in solitary confinement in prisons. And I've seen cells in older prisons where they kept people for weeks, completely isolated, and it breaks people down, because we are pack animals. We need one another on a very deep sort of mental, psychological stage. But the computer generated orbs, well, they're not computer generated, but they're cut in onto the footage. Don't look super good. I mean, for the time, it's fine. Not a big deal. But this isn't great. It's not great looking. The implant he gets isn't just for identification. It also shoots lasers. It shoots lasers. I'm guessing it's shooting a laser because it burns a hole through the hat. It doesn't react to when he puts his hand onto his head. But a hat, it just burns through. So that's the thing. The future is weird. We can see that there is a different language being used. They have a different set of writing. A lot of people are wearing grays. I'm guessing that's a way to tell that we're in the future. Hi, Cat. And we have this weird comic who talks about child abuse as if it was a joke. Like, oh, when my dad got home, he beat me really bad. Like, that's not a joke. Like, how is that a joke? It's very strange. There are no seasons. We just see the days go by, and there are no seasons. He doesn't change his clothes all that much. I'm guessing it's Los Angeles, but still. Of course, him being hit by the car, it does bring something to light here, and that is that we die without the pack, right? Without the flock. What happens if he falls ill? Is that just a way to cull out the people who have been sentenced like this? Like, oh, he got pneumonia. He died. He can't get the right medication. So he just died off. It's very strange. And then they have this mask they put on him. That's the one. And it's just a piece of foam plastic with some detailing on it. You can tell it has no real weight. He just lifts it with one hand to remove the thing. It's the same that when they apply it. And I just wonder, I mean, he can steal food and booze. I get that. He can walk into wherever he wants. But who pays his rent? Because he's not just squatting. He's in, I'm assuming, his own apartment. And who pays that rent during this year? I mean, a landlord can't be expected to just hold on to that pay. Because, I mean, then if you have several people who was sentenced in the same way, you could bankrupt a landlord. And of course, he then goes back on his on the sentence by acknowledging another invisible, and that would be the natural consequence of this punishment. It wouldn't be like he learned it too well. No, this is exactly what this sentence is supposed to instill in these people. It's weird. Finally, we have Tooth and Consequence, which is a small sort of more comedic episode. And it has Kenneth Mars as the Tooth Fairy. And I just remember him from Yellowbeard, where he did a fantastic job. And the wish that he asks of the Tooth Fairy is, he doesn't think this through, obviously, and I just get the same vibe as the dad's wish from the movie 10th Kingdom, where he just says, I wish you and all your family would kiss my ass. Now, unfortunately, everyone is related, right? So first it's just him and his wife, and then their, closest relatives, and then the whole apartment fills up with cousins and second cousins and third cousins. Just more and more people want to come in and kiss his ass. He didn't think this one through. He was desperate, and that didn't pan out. Next week, we're going to Winfield. I'm looking forward to that. And we're also going into quarantine. And I look forward to seeing them. Take care now. Bye.